Just a day after Narendra Modi's first cabinet expansion, the new ministers have started drawing up their priority lists. The spotlight is on Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar, who faces an uphill task of modernizing the Indian weaponry and at the same time bringing about transparency in defence procurements. The job of reforming the Indian Railways now rests with Suresh Prabhu, who has a proven track record as the power minister in the earlier Vajpayee cabinet. Jayant Sinha, Minister of State for Finance and a very key stakeholder there, has already made it clear that GST rollout will be given top priority.
On a different note, the much-awaited cabinet expansion has put the government on the defensive after the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party raised taint charges against some of the new ministers. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley says Modi has done enough due diligence while picking the names. The FM also said most of the charges against the new ministers are politically motivated.
Manohar Parrikar is known to be an extremely honest and hard-working politician, key attributes that the Defence Ministry needs at this stage. In the previous regime, there was a complete freeze on defence deals, though Arun Jaitley, the previous Defence Minister, did undertake and did sign some big-ticket deals, but Indian armed forces need a lot more because the weapon system is extremely outdated and a lot of defence deals need to be cleared at a very, very fast pace.
Defence Ministry is a key focus area for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and that's why Manohar Parrikar has his hands full, fixing outdated weaponry to weeding out corruption that plagues procurement and contracts. The new man in charge at South Block has to first and foremost begin clearing defence deal put on hold by the UPA, and as a result, defence preparedness has taken a huge hit, boosting DRDO output, which currently contributes very little to country's defence needs, as India imports more than 70% of its ammunition, and respond tactically and strategically to the two hostile neighbours, both Pakistan and China.
Very clear in opening up defence. I'll not go into detail unless I understand, but I feel that as much as possible we should manufacture here.
Parrikar's biggest challenge will be awarding contracts and sanctioning procurement with transparency. Parrikar will have to work on preparing the armed forces better and fulfill the Prime Minister's poll promise of one rank, one pension. Known to be a reformer, the 58-year-old has to now fire on all cylinders.
The spotlight is also on Suresh Prabhu, who yesterday was sworn in as a cabinet minister and today took over as the railway minister under Narendra Modi. He takes over the reins from Sadanand Gowda at a time when there is tremendous criticism about the financial health of the country's largest PSU. He is a veteran of the Vajpayee government, where he held several prolific ministries from power to industry to heavy industries, and was also rated as the #2 most performing minister as far as the NDA regime from 1998 to 2004 is concerned.
Modernizing Indian Railways, reviving its financial health and getting it back on track is Suresh Prabhu's highest priority. Prabhu, the dependable, has his task cut out. He needs to restructure the railway board to improve efficiency, rationalize passenger and freight rate, improve station and train hygiene, and bring back passenger and freight laws to other modes of transport.
In the parliament, as well as when we present the budget, we'll unveil our entire scheme of things as to why we want to do in the next few years' time. And we'll not wait for a long time. In the next 3 years' time, we'll like to really bring in the transformational change that railway is waiting for.
Prabhu will also have to ensure private sector participation, especially from the foreign investors who are eyeing the fast trains, infra projects and a pie of the industrial corridors. Suresh Prabhu is clearly Modi's man for the job. He has to set aside populism and take pragmatic decisions for this engine to gather steam.
Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has a trusted right-hand man here in Finance Ministry with the MOS Finance Jayant Sinha taking charge today. Remember, he is the first-time MP from Hazaribagh and has worked previously as an investment fund manager and a management consultant. Remember, he was also a huge part of the Modi's team during the 2014 elections, which was key to frame the economic policy vision for the Modi government. Also, he takes over at a time when the budget exercise has begun.
Jayant Sinha knows his priorities. He has come in to assist Finance Minister Jaitley at a time when growth has hit a decade low. Inflation has been sticky, and investments haven't broken ground yet. His laundry list is remarkably sorted out.
Creating jobs is very important for us and for the economy. The second area that we've emphasized, and I think we've done quite well on, is obviously managing inflation and price rise, which was a major election issue, and I think we've done remarkably well on that front. Of course, all of this is a derivative of GDP growth and getting the investment cycle moving. So unless we address those issues and get growth going, it will be very difficult to actually achieve our top priorities.
Jayant understands and speaks the language investors like to hear. At the same time, he knows opposition will have to be wooed if key bills need to be passed.
We are working hard to build support for some of these very important bills ahead of the session, and that's why, as you know, the insurance bill has been in select committee, and there's been a number of back and forth and iterations as a result of those deliberations, and therefore when it actually comes to Parliament, we feel confident.
Balancing the needs of Bharat and understanding what the world needs from India will be Jayant Sinha's big opportunity.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.